So here we go again. So now on the 154 podcast, they finally had a foundational Black American on the show, right? But they didn't have a foundational Black American on the show that's grassroots, right? That actually the ones that's kicking up the dust that they say that's causing the division. Now Van Lathan, he's still on business somewhat, but he's an FBA, but not everybody that's FBA have a full understanding of grasp of what it is that we're talking about in regards to our lineage. Now, Van Lathan, like I said, he's still on business, but they need to have a Tariq Nasheed. They need to have somebody on the show that can be a little controversial, the same way that they are, because they have no problem with calling out the issues that they have with us, but they're not going to have the people on here that's going to come on and make things uncomfortable for them. Right? They're not going to bring the people on that's going to come on and say some things that may ruffle some feathers. But let's get off into this aspect of it, because they were talking about British actors playing foundational Black American roles.
If Aaron Pierre is Malcolm X, and David is MLK, and Cynthia is Harriet Tubman, and all of this is Hollywood saying something to the Black American performer, particularly the young Black American performer? Are they saying that we are not talented enough to portray our greats? And I think a lot of people from inside the town are asking that question, right? Mm-hmm. And that's a fair thing to discuss, even from a self-scout.
Yeah.
Even from a self-scout, even to say, okay, is there daylight between these two groups of performers? Another thing is, there is something, what I would say is that if you are an African great, if you are Nelson, because Morgan Freeman also played.
Morgan Freeman, right?
Nelson Mandela. I think that a South African actor should play that role.
That's what I think.
I think if you're talking about, I think a Jamaican actor should play Bob Marley, because I know damn well that there are tremendous numbers of people from those places that could play those roles. I also know the business.
Now, the reason why they should play those roles, because they're going to be able to capture that energy and the manner in which a Jamaican should playing Bob Marley, because they understand what goes on the ground in Jamaica. They understand the culture that makes a Jamaican. The food, the likeness, everything. When you're coming down there and you're trying to emulate something that you see, you're a practice. No. So a South African playing a South African would be right, because the South Africans experienced apartheid, not other groups coming in. They can embody that experience. They may have loved ones that may have passed away. The passion that comes with that.
This is sometimes like, what's going to get this made?
And get the money back.
And what's going to get the money back?
Yeah, I get
so
that.
I think as long as these conversations are had with a lot of things in mind, it's not wrong to have them. Yeah. It's not wrong to ask, well, why aren't Black American actors being given those roles? As long as you deal with the reality.
But not tearing down the people who do get them, because that's what starts. That's some of the conversation.
I just really think that.
See, and this is the thing to me with Kabir Baja-Bia Miller. And I don't even know how to say his name, because he's an ex-football player. He was actually a great defensive end for the Green Bay Packers. My issue with him is he runs right into tearing down. Now, when David Aibo was on there, he said some very disrespectful stuff about us, and that's in the mindset. It's not tearing down; it's questioning. Now, you have rogue people online that say things on both sides, but he never, ever, ever holds his people accountable for the things that they says about us. Godfrey likes to play both sides, right? So Godfrey goes from one side to the other, right? He just, he's a grifter from either side. Kabir acts like he doesn't know anything, but he grew up in South Central, but he doesn't know nothing. Like these dudes, man, this stuff is a joke, man.
Black Americans, there's this real supreme hate of Black Americans. And I think because there are plenty of Black Americans.
Now here goes Godfrey coming back on our side again when he does those are diss at foundational Black Americans, but now he's back over here with us. Just listen.
In acting school, I've been in acting school. There was plenty of Black Americans that do a lot of great work. And and like I said, I like my British black actors. I like my Caribbean black actors. But I really think that there's this thing about Black Americans getting the butt of everybody's hate, where they go, I would rather, because to me,
I couldn't agree more. And I think that shows up in the arts very directly.
No doubt. And I think too, and I say this on stage, I go, it just sounds better when you're a black man and going, hello, I thought that maybe, to me, I think it's just pleasing to them when they hear, instead of hearing, so what I got to do with this, what do I got to do with this?
See, the part I don't like about that is you're equating foundational Black American as to just jive talk, as if that's all we do. Where in the same breath, if you listen, everybody wants to emulate us, but everybody has this disdain and hate for us. And a lot of it is jealousy. It's jealousy because of our talents. We haven't enacted any laws to hurt nobody. We ain't got no military to harm nobody. We haven't done anything to anybody. We've been the ones getting oppressed and been fighting just to survive. But where he could say there's been this long-standing hatred for blacks, that come from other black people too. And Godfrey knows this. So we're just pushing back.
So they hear that strong black voice. Oh, damn, that makes me uncomfortable. Yeah. It's like, when I was playing the part of the slave, is there something, I think they enjoy that because it feels whiter.
It feels white. You're absolutely right. The proximity is different. It feels more elevated. It feels like you've gone to an tour when you get somebody that is from England, and as opposed to somebody who's from Tuscaloosa. Right. So all of those things are things that, in my opinion, are definitely in there. Yes. But we only really it's about the craft of having that conversation in a way that's not divisive
at all.
Right. And that's what you gotta do. At all. But it's fair to ask.
Yeah. Fair to ask.
It's fair to ask. It's fair to,
but not fair to attack.
I don't think we should attack the actors, but I think that
not at all.
But there's
it's the people that are running. Yeah, I'm thinking it from there.
See, again, listen to Kabir, but not fair to attack. What do you see in the context of the conversation? What are you saying, Kabir? Who's doing the attack? See what I'm saying? See, we got to pay attention and listen. Well, he's not going to have us on there because we're going to call him out to that. And then he acts like he doesn't understand anything, right?
Their perspective going, I just like the way you sound.
And also, I will say this about the actors. Like, anybody that's playing a role like that, or anybody that's in that situation, go kill the role, do your best.
Hell yeah.
But like, understand that the question about representation doesn't stop at skin color. Representation is something that it's a very human feeling. So representation isn't just skin color. It doesn't mean that just anybody black can play somebody black.
Right.
Because not all of our experiences are the same.
Right.
Yeah.
That's important. Not anybody black could just play everybody black. Right. So you bring somebody over here from London or Africa to play Malcolm X, that's kind of because you have to fully embody that. Cynthia Erivo playing Harriet Tubman while you have disparaging tweets about Black Americans. No, that's like you like I said, you're trying to get somebody to play Kwame Nkrumah. No, there's an essence, a spirit that comes with that, right? There's a knowledge that comes from that of knowing your people, right? Knowing what your people been through, right? There's a bloodline. There's everything that's connected to that, the emotion, the pain, the happy, the love, the way we laugh, the way we dance, the way we eat our foods, the way we dress. All of that comes out of a lifestyle or a condition that we had to live through and pass down generationally that formulates who we are. And then you bring somebody foreign in to come in and play that, they're not going to be able to capture that same energy. But let's proceed.
So like what I'm saying is be there for the conversation. Hey, I'm a British guy. They got me playing Famous Amos. So like, the life story of Famous Amos. Like, just know that some people might be like, hey man, Famous Amos was from LA, and shouldn't you get somebody from down there? Like, you know what I'm saying?
You got dams and interests.
You got hey man. And I think sometimes it's an attack by people, but that's just something we gonna ask. Yeah. Man. Do you think sometimes it's unfair?
I think the attack on the actors is unfair because when you look at art, like to me, and maybe because I come from a competitive background where it's just like, hey, the best person wins. Now, granted, I do understand, like, and that is part of it.
Oh, shoot, hold on, y'all. I want y'all to pay attention to Godfrey. I want y'all to pay attention to Godfrey now. Pay attention to Godfrey trying to side with Van Lathan, because remember, he plays both sides.
Like, I'm sure, this person got drafted over me because maybe this person, that person knew the coach or this or whatever.
Well, but at least with sports, you put up the numbers. You go,
not always. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, because there's a lot of black quarterbacks that will tell you, differently. You know what I mean? So,
that's a perfect
black quarterbacks.
But that's perfectly analogous.
Right.
So I want you to think about that. That's perfectly analogous. So for a long time, if you were a big, strong black guy like Josh Allen, they moved you to H-back.
No, not Josh Allen. You
no. I'm saying if you play like Josh Allen.
Oh, gotcha.
Let me say Josh Allen.
Tebow. Right.
Like his wife might be. But if you play like Josh Allen, they took you. They made you into an H-back.
Yeah.
They sometimes they put you on defense, like whatever. Black athletes had to break the mold in order to be considered for those roles. They had to prove they could do it. Warren Moon
had to go to the CFL just to come back and
had to prove that they could do it.
So he's what he's saying is he's saying all that to say that we had to break through the mold and everything we did to always turn around and watch Hollywood bring in black people from other places to play roles that we had to scratch and claw for. That's what he's saying, right? He's saying it in a nice way, right? We had to go through all kinds of things, man, in order to get in those positions, right? So I get it. I get what he's saying.
Wasn't real. That was in the heads of the decision makers.
Right. The decision makers
thought that those guys couldn't perform in that way. Right. Now you look up every other year, really every year, you got a black QB in the Super Bowl. You just going crazy. They thought that. Finally. So, I mean,
look at Doug Williams,
right?
Who broke records in the Super Bowl and they barely talk about it.
Right.
Broke all the records in the Super Bowl in one game. And I went to Illinois, walked on the team, went to Illinois. I was talking to my boy yesterday, Marlon. He was our safety, free safety from.
I ain't gonna lie, that shirt Kabir got on is dope as hell. I love that shirt he got on. I would like to see that joint in black. That shirt is crazy. I love that joint.
Carson. He went to Carson High School.
Carson, yeah.
That was the first time I heard cuz, even though he's like, he's like, man, fuck that cuz. I'd be like, why you keep calling us cuz? Anyway, but he talented. Free safety. One day we're spring training. I'm a wide receiver. He's like, you'll run a post, a long post. I said, all right, boom, I run, boom. Man, he threw the ball. I said, I go, Marlon, you threw that effortlessly. How come you're not like quarterback? He goes, they don't want quarterback in here, cuz. I was like, what? He goes, they turn us all into defensive guys. He pointed out a couple black dudes. And our guys, and we had Jeff George at the time. And I go, Jeff George was on the team. Yeah, I know Jeff George. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Jeff George. I mean, that man had an arm, man. His arm is insanity. His side,
2-cent brain, but
but his
$2 million arm.
Crazy. Even Frank Gifford complimented him on his arm. So I was like, yo, you got like 3 quarterbacks that were quarterbacks in high school that were, and Illinois did not want a black quarterback because they didn't want that. The quarterback was that was the smart position. They couldn't see a black man being a quarterback. That's the same thing as with these actors. I think that's that same mentality of this, like, oh, the British, it seems like they can do that a little better. They seem more intelligent, which is bull. Which is they're equally intelligent. You know what I'm saying?
Have the conversation with respect and love and understand.
No doubt.
At this point, like we talked about earlier, Black Americans, in my opinion, I'm not speaking for all the Black Americans on this podcast, but I'll just speak for myself. What I want is reverence, respect for my culture, for the culture of being a Black American.
And that's all it is. Show reverence and respect, because you guys like to emulate and copy, but then come here and get close proximity to the W man and say we only accomplish these things because we've been close to him. That's what y'all do to us, right? Everybody want to extract and take and take and extract and take, but they don't want to put nothing back in, right? They don't have. There's no debt owed from all the things that we've done and allowing you to come here and even be a part of us. And when you go against us, there's no repercussion. That's the issue.
American man. I want the pageantry of that, the history of that, the sacrifice of that to be as meaningful as anybody else's. The colors that we paint, the things that we do, all of that.
Has to be.
Man, I come from jazz.
Now, you hear Godfrey? It has to be. It has. That's all we've been saying as foundational Black Americans. But he go and say them foundational. Oh man, he playing both sides. That's all we've been saying. We just getting some straightening. That's it. You got to respect the house. You got to ring the doorbell now because you didn't show respect to the house. That's all we've been saying.
I come from the Harlem Renaissance.
Blues,
I come from twerking.
Yeah.
We come from twerking.
No
It
doubt.
started over there.
Yeah, sure
Right?
did.
So I like all of these things are these are familiar.
No
These are cousins. I come from gumbo. Gumbo
right.
comes from Haiti and from Africa.
That's
Like
right.
I come from
That's right.
but I come from
That's right.
people.
Now, there's some people that disagree with that part. I'm not fully knowledgeable of whether gumbo comes from our indigenous people of the South or Africa. I can admit when I don't know something. That part right there, I leave it up to you guys to put that part in for me.
People who were able to take
Yeah.
their circumstance and make it into something that's dominant and
The
worldwide.
respect has to be there. I want to take respect first because I see like a lot of Asia, like, you know, I'm always online. So I see the Asian people.
Watch this and see, this is the thing where Godfrey gets in trouble with us. Watch what he do. Now he talked about Asian, but what about the Africans, Godfrey, that we've been calling out, the ones that look like us?
Rapping and da. I go, that's fine and all. Cause I do this thing where when I see these culture vulture videos, I put this emoji up.
Yeah.
And everyone laughs. Now it's a running joke. They go, oh, wait till Godfrey is, and I put my emoji up like, and there's some Asian go, I'm like this. All right, but the respect doesn't equal the fun you're having. I'm like, Black people aren't in an amusement park.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not an amusement park. You get on the ride when you want to, but then when some real goes down, everyone's quiet. When people are being hung, when Black people no one's saying, but play that beat again. I'm like, I'm sick of that. That's where it comes, but they go, why can't people share culture? I didn't say anybody can share culture. Quit deflecting. It's okay to do that, but you got to have the respect. You can't say, let's get rid of these Mexicans, ICE, and then be a Taco Tuesday.
Yeah.
Stop. Enough of that. Stop riding people's culture like it's a goddamn amusement park.
But just let you know, if you.
But even when we say when they say let's get rid of these Mexicans, they're talking about the illegals. They're not talking about Mexicans that just live here, citizens of the United States. So that's not what's being said. So like that's another jab and shot that's thrown.
You from Baton Rouge and you come from Baton Rouge and then you become the biggest reggae artist in the world, I'm gonna be like, you tripping. I'm gonna be like, if you from Baton Rouge and you become the biggest Afrobeat in the world, and Burna Boy and Wizkid can't get Burna Boy, one of my favorite artists in the world.
Yeah,
that's love. Burna Boy.
Right.
Yeah.
Now this is where we disagree, but I want y'all to remember something. We're not dealing in emotions. Van is an FBA, but we don't all think the same. I don't know no Burna Boy music. He does. That's fair enough. But I don't want nobody in the chat room trying to castigate him for loving Burna Boy. He has every right to love Burna Boy, right? We all don't think the same. We all don't do all the same things, right? I don't know a Burna Boy song, but I understand what he's trying to say when what he's about to say.
When I say love, like that, when I was down in the pandemic, all I was listening to over and over and over again was Burna Boy. Like having like visions of being like, I love it. That music does something to me.
Right on.
That's an expression. Don't get me wrong. That music has a lot in common with hip hop and all of that stuff like that. There's an influence, of course. But the way that he is singing and all of that stuff like that, I don't want to hear somebody do Lady Smith Black Mambazo from where I'm from. I want to hear them sing it. Right. I just swallowed a bug.
What he's saying is, hold on. Let's go back. I'm sorry, y'all.
being like, I love it. That music does something to me.
Right on.
That's
Yeah.
That's an expression. Don't get me wrong. That music has a lot in common with hip hop and all of that stuff like that. There's an influence,
of course.
But the way that he is singing and all of that stuff like that, I don't want to hear somebody do Les Smith Black Mambazo from where I'm from. I want to hear them sing it.
Right. And what he's saying is, what he's basically saying is, because we unpack this without the emotion, respect each other's culture. Like I said when I was on my brother Dave Anderson's show yesterday, just because I'm FBA don't mean I can't go to the south of France. Don't mean I can't go to Black France. Just because I'm FBA don't mean I can't go to Black Colombia. Just because I'm FBA don't mean I can't go down to Jamaica and kick it with the family, kick it with the homeboys. That don't mean I can't, well, we ain't none of us going to Haiti, right? But just because I'm FBA don't mean that I can't go to the Carnival in Trinidad, right? And appreciate other cultures, right? That look like me, but they're not foundational Black Americans. I go down there with an FBA shirt on. Yeah, I'm FBA, you from Trinidad, right? We respect each other's culture. That's it. Once we express that, then we get to kicking it. That's all that means. We never said that we dislike or hate anybody, but he's saying he want to see an African doing African music. We do us, we appreciate each other's music. We appreciate each other's cultures. That's it. But if you want to cosplay ours, show respect to the people of the culture you're cosplaying. That's all he's saying.
Swallowing bug. Uh-oh. But
sorry about that.
Yeah, I did.
We got a lot of those.
I did.
It's an African podcast.
We in Africa.
It's African.
But what I'm saying is like that to me is I like being able to do that and experience differences within the diaspora, and I think it's important that's
new drop. So hold on, let's play this. Let's run it back. I keep playing it and not
like visions of being like I love it. That music does something to me.
Right on.
That's an expression. Don't get me wrong. That music has a lot in common with hip hop and all of that stuff like that. There's an influence,
of course.
But the way that he is singing and all of that stuff like that, I don't want to hear somebody do Les Smith Black Mambazo from where I'm from. I want to hear them sing it. Right. I just swallowed a bug. Uh-oh. But sorry about that. Yeah, I did.
We got a lot of those.
Black Alpha gonna go. Oh my God. Black Alpha gonna go crazy. Oh, I already know, man. You know what?
I did.
It's African. We in Africa. It's African.
But what I'm saying is like that to me is I like being able to do that and experience differences within the diaspora, and I think it's important that.
So. And that's what he said. He likes to experience the different cultures within the diaspora. Now, I want y'all to understand something. We don't deal with emotions. There's a lot of people that believe in the diaspora. There's a lot of FBAs that are Pan-African, and that's okay. Only thing we're saying as foundational Black Americans is respect the house when you come in. That's it. The same way we will respect yours. We would never be in the Caribbean talking down on CARICOM. We would never be in South Africa getting into South African politics and their business. That's disrespectful. We won't do that. So just respect our house. That's the only thing that we're saying. We got Pan-Africans, people in the part of the Black church, Hebrew Israelites, Muslims, Nation of Islam. We got everybody. That's a part of everything. That encompasses and makes up our lineage as a people here in America, right? Listen. I love the shirt. Watch this. Hold on. I love this shirt that Kabir got on. That make me not FBA? No, that's a dope ass shirt, right? I respect and honor other people's culture. We just asking you to respect and honor ours. That's it. That's all we're saying, right? And some of our biggest detractors, as I said, is going to be FBA because they don't understand, because we've been used to giving out our culture to everybody else while everybody else gatekeep theirs. It's an abusive relationship, and that's what it's been for a very long time. So we just getting some straightening. But y'all let me know what y'all think, man. If you made it this far in the video, hit that like button, subscribe to Street Media TV, leave your comments in the comment section. Remember, I love y'all. Till the next time, peace.